Hello friends. In this video, we will learn how to teach effectively using Zoom. First of all, you need to go to the website zoom.us to do some settings. You'll go to the site zoom.us, sign in using your username and password of Zoom. You will come to this page. Now on this page, click on settings. When you click on settings, you will get options to choose your settings. Now, what all main things we have to do over here? Let's see. Waiting room, enable. Personal meeting ID, disable. Embed passcode in invite link for one-click join, disable. Why? Because if that link is embedded in the invitation, then anyone can join the meeting just by clicking on it without even entering the password. So for security purpose, it is better that every participant joins by entering the password. For that, we need to keep this option disabled. Only authenticated users can join meetings, enable. This will require the participants to first sign into Zoom. Another security measure. Before joining the meeting, they will have to sign into Zoom. Then host video on, participants video off. From here, we are keeping it off, but of course, the participants can switch on their video in the meeting. Initially, their video will be off, but then they can switch it on if required. You can ask them to switch on if you want them to. Allow participants to join before host, disabled, so that they do not create any nuisance by joining before you. Enable personal meeting ID, disabled, again for security reasons. Mute all participants when they join a meeting, enable, so that they do not start making noise immediately on joining. Initially, everyone is muted when they join the meeting. Chat, I prefer to be disabled so that there is no disturbance during the class because of chat messages. Private chat, disable. Auto save chats, disable. File transfer, disable. Again, to avoid any disturbance or avoid any mischief by any student, they may transfer some inappropriate files if this is enabled. Always show meeting control toolbar, enable, so that even when you are sharing your screen, you can see the control bar through which you can see the list of participants. You can start or pause recording or stop recording. You can stop screen sharing, and all the options that you require in a meeting will be available. Show Zoom windows during screen share, yes, enable. Screen sharing, enable, but select host only, so that only you can share screen. The participants, the students do not. Of course, you can allow a student to share screen in the meeting itself. If you want a student to give some presentation or show something using screen share, for the time being from the meeting itself, you get an option to allow participants to share their screen. But generally, keep this option host only. Again, so that no nuisance is created by any student using this feature of screen share. Annotation off. disable. If this is on, students sometimes start scribbling on the screen when you share any screen. So keep this off, that is better. Whiteboard on. Remote control on. Remote control on means if a student is sharing a screen and you want to control the progress of slides, you can also do that. Similarly, if you want to give control of your presentation to a responsible student, you can do that also using this feature. Non-verbal feedback off. Again, to avoid any disturbance. Meeting reactions off, so that the participants cannot use any emojis, claps, love signs, and so on. If they want to give any reaction, they can just speak out their reaction, but no other ways. Otherwise, these reactions also create disturbance in the class sometimes when some or this other student keeps clicking on clap sign sometimes, a heart symbol sometimes, and so on. Allow removed participants to rejoin, disable. Otherwise, why would we remove them? Allow participants to rename themselves, again disable. Otherwise, after joining, they may sometimes, to create mischief, a student may rename himself or herself to some funny name or to some objectionable name. Hide participant profile features in a pictures in a meeting, enable. Again, to avoid any distraction, to avoid any disturbance because of any inappropriate profile picture of any participant. Report to Zoom, enable, so that if there is any misbehavior by anyone, you can report it to Zoom if you want. Breakout rooms, enable. If you want to conduct any group activity in a meeting, in a class, you can use this feature of breakout room, where you can assign separate online rooms, virtual rooms, to a group, to different groups of participants. Closed captioning on, where you can use this feature for subtitles if you require. Virtual background on, if you want, you can use it. If you don't, it will not come. By default, it does not come. Switching it on, enabling it only means it gives you an option that if you want, you can use a virtual background. Video filters on, immerse view on, identify guest participants in the meeting on. Auto answer group in chat off, only show default email off, use HTML format email off, allow users to select stereo audio in their client settings on, enable. Show join from your browser link, enable. If any participant does not have the Zoom app and wants to join directly from the browser, they can, if this is enabled. Always join from browser, disabled. Then when a meeting is cancelled, email notification when a meeting is cancelled, on. That's all. These are the main settings that you need to make in this website. After making these settings, you can just sign out from the website. After that, open the Zoom app. And in this app, again, click on your name displayed on top right, and again, click on settings. One main setting that you need to do over here is click on video. And if this mirror my video is selected, deselect it. Why? Because when mirror my video is selected, what happens? A mirror image is shown to the participants. Your mirror image is shown. Now, what difference does it make? The difference it makes is when you lift your right hand, the participants will feel you have lifted your left hand, and so on. Again, you may think, what difference does that make even then? It makes a difference when you are using a physical board and writing something on it in front of the camera, or you are showing some book or notes in front of the camera. All the text will appear in mirror image and students will not be able to understand it. So keep this mirror my video deselected. Well, after that, what you have to do is, when you start your meeting, first step is click on the participants. The participants is written at the bottom of screen. Click on that to open participant window. Right. The first thing you do over there is, there are 3 dots at the bottom of this participant window. You click on them, then click on mute participants upon entry. Then it will show a dialog box which has a checkbox, allow participants to unmute themselves. Deselect it so that the participants cannot unmute themselves without your permission. Right. After this, admit all participants from the waiting room. Then mute all participants. Again, mute all you will find at the bottom of the participants window. Click on that option, mute all, and deselect again, allow participants to unmute so that they cannot unmute without your permission. After that, you can take screenshots of the participant list for attendance purpose. On a laptop, you can simply do this by pressing Windows key and print screen key simultaneously, or just after pressing Windows key, press print screen key, keeping the Windows key pressed. Automatically screenshot will be taken and it will be saved in the screenshots folder in your laptop or computer. Right. After that, you just go through the participant list, and if you find any names which are suspicious, who do not belong to the class, who are not supposed to be in the meeting, simply remove them. And now you can start your class. And the best way, most effective way is use screen share as much as you can. Show previously made presentations, documents, videos, and you'll have a good time online teaching. Thank you.